had a lot of fun doing our Halloween takeover last week. Tenors, if you haven't heard it, the episode link is in our show notes.
Halloween is obviously the word of the week, so I've decided that I'm going to do as many crazy voices as I possibly can in this episode.
Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm Pamela Kirkland.
And I'm Ryan Willard. It's Tuesday, October 31st.
This is 10 things you need to know about the spookiest holiday of the year.
Processing.
First up, did you know that Halloween dates back to more than 2,000 years ago? That means your greatest and greatestest ancestors trick-or-treated too. Actually, instead, they celebrated with feasts, dressed up in costumes to trick the spirits, and held sacrificial bonfires to ward off ghosts. The festival was called Samhain, which is Gaelic for summer's end. It took place on the last day of fall harvest, which was believed to be when the veil between the living and the spirit world was the thinnest, allowing spirits to cross over into the real world.
Number 2. The myth of the jack-o'-lantern. It's believed jack-o'-lanterns originated from an Irish legend about a man named Stingy Jack. According to legend, Stingy Jack invited the devil for a drink, and Jack convinced the devil to turn himself into a coin for Jack to pay with. Jack kept the money, put it in his pocket, next to a silver cross, and prevented the devil from changing back into his original form.
These tricks continued over the years, and Jack eventually passed away. And due to his acts, he wasn't accepted into heaven or HE double hockey sticks. Instead, the devil sent Jack off into the dark night with only a burning coal to light his way. Jack then carved a turnip, put the coal inside, and has been roaming Earth with it ever since. His ghostly figure was referred to as Jack of the Lantern by the Irish, then simply turned into Jack-o'-lantern.
Speaking of jack-o'-lanterns, in Ireland and Scotland, people created their own versions of Jack's lantern by carving scary faces into turnips and putting them in windows to ward off evil spirits. And in England, large beets were used until immigrants from those countries brought their vegetable carving traditions to the United States, eventually making the switch to pumpkins. Number 4. Now you might say this one is just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. But Disney almost made Hocus Pocus a completely different movie. The film was supposed to be called Disney's Halloween House and much spookier. Leonardo DiCaprio was also offered to play Max Dennison but turned the role down to appear in a movie called What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Belsnickel.
Bless you.
No, that wasn't a sneeze. I said Belsnickel. Belsnickeling, according to the Library of Congress, is an old German-American tradition in which children dress up in costumes for Christmas and visit their neighbors, having them guess who lurk behind the masks. And if their neighbors guess wrong, they would have to fork up some treats, making it a possible origin of modern-day trick-or-treating. Time for a quick break, and then we'll be back with Halloween costumes and a love it or hate it candy.
Grim, Grimmer, Grimmest is the hit original podcast series for kids based on Grimm's fairy tales. The idea for Grim, Grimmer, Grimmest originated from storyteller Adam Gidwitz's best-selling and Newbery Honor-awarded book, A Tale Dark and Grim. Each episode begins with Adam recounting a grim fairy tale to a group of kids before launching into a weird, immersive world filled with curious creatures and mischievous foes. The kids' reaction break in throughout the storytelling, and their feedback is cleverly woven into the storytelling, which is how there came to be two giants named Fred in the story of Donkey Lettuce, and snake farts worked their way into The Water of Life. Grim, Grimmer, Grimmest activates kids' imaginations and instigates fantastic, fun conversation, which is at the heart of every Pinna show. Every tale is rated on a scale of Grim, Grimmer, or Grimmest to indicate how scary they can be, and so kids can decide how brave they want to be as they enter this weird, sometimes gross, and often scary fairy tale world. Listeners will love it because of the quirky twists on classic tales, because of the interactive storytelling at its best, the brainchild of award-winning kids author Adam Gidwitz, promotes engaging and imaginative storytelling because kids' feedback shapes the stories. It's entertainment the whole family will enjoy. Be sure to listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. All right, we're back, booze and ghouls, and we have the scoop on the most popular Halloween costumes of 2023. They are, number 1, Barbie. Number 2, Princess. Number 3, Spider-Man. Number 4,
Witch.
Number 5, Fairy. Number 6,
Wednesday Addams.
Number 7,
Dinosaur.
Number 8, Cowboy. Number 9,
Ninja.
Number 10, Bunny.
And we can't forget about our furry friends. We're unsure whether the pets love the costumes, but it's 100% confirmed that their owners do. In fact, it's projected that consumers will spend nearly $1 billion on pet costumes. And here are the most popular. 1, pumpkin. 2, hot dog. 3, bat. 4, bumblebee. And 5, spider.
Number 8. We can't share 10 things about Halloween and not include something about candy corn. The candy that causes a great debate each year the holiday rolls around was originally called chicken feed. Candy corn hit the market around the 1880s, which was a time farmers made up about half of the American workforce. And because of this, most candies back then were often made to agricultural shapes, like chicken feed. It wasn't until after World War I that corn was viewed as human food and eventually called candy corn.
So we've covered pretty much all the traditions from trick-or-treating to pumpkin carving, but there's one tradition that happens only in Des Moines, Iowa, that many of you probably haven't heard of or done. The tradition happens every year on the evening before Halloween. It's called Beggar's Night. Trick-or-treaters head to doorsteps in costume and ready for their Halloween candy, but they have to earn it by doing a trick or telling a joke.
And last, but certainly not least, we have a Guinness World Record for the fastest time to carve a pumpkin. The record was set October 31st, 2013 by Stephen Clark on the Pix11 Morning News in New York. The jack-o'-lantern was required to have a complete face, including eyes, nose, mouth, and ears, and Clark successfully completed the carving in exactly 16.47 seconds.
That was 10 things you need to know about Halloween.
We hope you've enjoyed all of our Halloween madness. Rye, I think it's time for the trick-or-treat off.
Oh, game on. Tenors, if you want to join, check out last Thursday's episode, The Halloween Takeover.
I'm Pamela Kirkland.
And I'm Ryan Willard. Thanks for listening to the 10 News. Happy Halloween!
Happy